Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kamen Rider Reviews. That's Kuchiri, Frezno, Cat, and Kris. How you been doing, everyone?
Much better now that we can actually talk about other media.
I ate pancakes.
Shortly yesterday we recorded a Doctor Who podcast, first one in a while. That was fun to do. And it's been a while since we've done some Kamen Rider. I know in the last podcast I said we were going to do like 5 episodes. I've dropped it down to 3 main ones. We're also going to cover the COVID ones. So let's actually jump into it with This is Horobi's Way of Life. Ooh. So we start out looking at an AI-controlled farm, which is honestly an amazing idea. Like, you have no clue how much waste is created with normal farming if they, miss like a day.
Plus, it's like, I can't tell. This might be hydroponics, which I think is also a lot better, question mark?
Also question mark.
Possibly. I mean, it looks like their own greenhouse is making the plants. And, I mean, I'm not really much on my veggies, I'm a guy and all. But...
Men eat vegetables,
You know what? I now feel less guilty about what I'm about to put you through.
I am not a cow. I don't eat grass. I just eat the cow that ate the grass. Anyway,
But then technically you're eating grass because the cow used the grass to make the meat. Deal with that bullshit.
Yeah. We do get a
no, he's not eating the bullshit. He's eating the cow.
Oh, but tish. We do get a little flashback to the punch, which is because Yua is speaking with Jin inside the Metrobo Jinrai. Oh.
I'm going to present because it's relevant at the moment. With the vegetable lady.
No! She's so cute, though.
See, I was going to wait a little bit because I was thinking we would start with a different one.
You don't understand, Kuchiri, and I don't think I want you to understand. Oh God! Fuck!
Don't look at the names. Don't look at the names of the other files we've got for you.
It's too late.
Kris, hide it. Turn it off. You're spoiling.
That's why I turned the.
Oh, I missed you guys. But Jin and Yaya, they're talking. Jin's like, "Hey, we want to free Naki. You also want to free Naki. It's beneficial for both of us." And Yua's like, "Okay, sure, why not?" We get a shot of the Hedon president's office where the VP has the biggest shit-eating grin on his face over the fact that guy's bruised and busted.
Hang on, I got something for this.
Yeah, why did we get a screen grab of that?
No, we got a screen grab of this instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the assistance to the VP is definitely a bottom. Anyway.
Wow. Don't kink shame.
Frez, I would like you to look at the top left corner of that screen position.
The top left corner.
Yes.
We will totally kink shame the shit.
Wait. Oh! I was looking at the image. I wasn't looking at the window part. Oh God!
That prediction, though. That prediction, though. But yeah, no. The VP is like, "Oh, what happened to Yui?" And the president's like, "I got rid of her. If you want to keep going down this path, I'll get rid of you too."
Yes. You totally got rid of her, guy. It was all your agency, your grand design. You weren't owned. Why am I shrinking into a corn cob?
I also want to note, good lord! Like during the whole thing, the lettuce joke. The lettuce joke.
Oh,
We had to stop because, like, oh god! Immediately, like, Kat made some sort of joke about tomatoes, and immediately there was tomatoes.
Fuck.
But it's all happiness and jokes until you know. Oh my god!
They're just sitting there on the table the entire time.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I'm gonna say it, Kat. Tomatoes is a new eggplant.
Oh god! I don't want to know.
You
Honestly,
don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. If you know,
Actually-
you know.
If you know, comment in this video so I can have more.
And it's not like emoji
Boost the algorithm.
representation related. It's something else.
Tomatoes
It's an
taste the
inside
best when they undergo hardship.
I'm guessing it's an anime
Okay.
thing.
Okay, I'm okay.
It's a Symphogear thing.
The domestic violence tomato.
It
The-
keeps going, Kuchiri. These
Uh,
ones that don't feel
So
bad.
speaking of domestic violence, Hirobi's here to cause headaches.
Jesus Christ!
You know what the worst part is, Kuchiri? You're not wrong. That is legitimately what the tomato thing is about.
I reiterate.
The only stain on Symphogear is tomato.
So Hirobi's here because while Jin is trying to get Naki back, Hirobi wants to get Ikajuchi back. I can never pronounce that name. Raiden
Right.
back. Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. In the background of while Yue is talking to Jin. Good God. Where's the share again? Oh, there it is.
Man, I didn't think you guys were going to go all out for these sets of episodes.
No, 100%. We saw
Entire
everything.
screen. Seriously, what is
But-
this?
A butt.
What?
It's a
Why
butt.
is there a butt?
So I have a headcanon about this. My headcanon is that Jen was just, happy-go-lucky, still a child, runs outside and finds that. And he's like, I love this. And he takes it home and he excitedly shows it to Hirobi. And Hirobi is like, well, shit. Now what do I do? I
God.
guess you could keep it?
Oh my lord.
Man, imagine art in that room. He'd be pointing at it, and be like, "Oh, this is the butt of all jokes."
Oh my
All right,
God.
So yeah, Hirobi does a dick move, starts destroying the greenhouses.
And
We're going to be
then-
saying dick move Hirobi a lot in this episode because
Yeah.
it is up.
And hey Kat, your favorite thing happens.
Go on.
So Hirobi's got those random Humagear goons with him, the ones that have been turned into just generic grunts. And Aruto, who has the power to heal Humagears with his
To be fair to Aruto, I'm pretty sure those are literally generic mooks that the ARC just made them up to be generic as fuck, and they're not actual human gears. They're just robots.
Yeah.
Also, we have glossed over something important. Guy sitting there and burning his tongue on fucking tea.
Perfect. The
This is
1000%
70
perfect.
degrees. The optimal tea temperature of 30% is 60 degrees. How dare you
How are we
affect
supposed
my
to know that?
terrible palate?
I don't know if Guy having a cat's tongue is like important, indicative to his character. I don't know enough about it. I just know like being sensitive to heat and cold is being called.
He's just a giant baby at this point. He wants about everything.
What do you mean at
He
this
has-
point?
He has a temper tantrum if things don't go his way.
Oh my god, does he ever?
In 2 episodes, we get to see another temper tantrum.
You're a bit
God.
loud, sir.
Mummy,
You're blinking out.
Mummy, the weird grasshopper boy is being mean to me.
But to go back to Hirobe, we do get it's been 20 episodes or so since we've had a Hirobe Arto fight.
I mean,
Oh,
by now, Naruto's pretty proud of. I mean, he took out Thouser, for God's sake. So, like, Hirobe.
I mean, he doesn't do great here, to be fair.
No, he's
Yeah.
also using Shining Hopper. He's not using
Metal Cluster.
he's not
he's
using
trying so hard not to hurt the farm. Hirobi knew exactly where to pin him down. He is
But-
in between these massive greenhouses that have all these delicate plants. There's this poor Humagear that is just trying to do her job and take care of the vegetables. Poor
Oh
Midori.
yeah, they're like these two humans who are in the way, but we don't care about them. They're not human gears.
But, well,
No.
we do care about them because this is the contrivance of getting the story moving, which is that
Daddy issues.
well, and I like to point out Frezno's favorite word here. This whole thing mirrors an episode we had in the first 10 episodes with the dad and his human gear daughter.
Did someone say mirror?
Kamen Rider Near Alert.
Hey.
Kamen Rider Near Alert.
So where Jin was having a conniption over the voice actress human gear and her dad, Jin is now having a conniption over a father-son bonding. And we know from Hakase Bot that Hirobi is a father-type human gear.
Yes.
You just want to be your daddy.
Daddy issues.
So, like, inexplicably, well, it's explicably because it's got to move the plot forward. The son of this farm owner just randomly picks up a pipe and is like, "Yeah, take that, you evil Kamen Rider!" Bonk. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah, he hits him
Uh-oh.
hard enough that his entire arms start vibrating and he looks absolutely stunned. Hirobi smacks him into the wall. He kidnaps Midori and he's like, "You give me the gubbins or else." And oh god, the best.
He also hurts the dad. Is he breaks or fractured or whatever his arm? So
Because the dad
Yeah.
does try to defend his son, like, "Oh, stand back! Oh, I'll protect you, son," which that will be mirrored later. So,
and it'll be incredibly important as well.
yes, it's a
Oh, yeah.
surprise tool that'll help us later.
And Fua shows up and he's like, "Oh, I'm here. Here's Gatling." Oh,
Yeah, but he calls Naruto
Oh.
boss.
Oh, this boy.
And he gets Kamen Rider blocked.
yeah. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
It's even better when he meets you later.
Oh my god.
Because it's just like he just meets you and she's like, "Hey, so you want to know your real memories, as opposed to those fake ones that have been troubling you? Come with me and I'll help." No, I don't think I want to come with you. Judo chop.
Oh my god, yes.
Chris,
Cat.
Chris,
Yes.
do it.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Great.
I'm
Great.
working
While
on
that's
it.
loading up, the son decides now that Midori's kidnapped, he's going to order himself some Zai specs. And that's not going to backfire or anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Certainly won't
not.
backfire immediately or anything like that.
Duh.
Oh God.
It's the gag of her having to put his legs down.
So I mentioned the clip shows. They reuse a bunch of scenes from the last 5 episodes before it. This scene gets replayed a couple times.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Spoil the
Oh my
scene?
No. The clip
Oh,
shows
no,
are
wait,
after
that happens
this.
after, right? Damn.
So one of the clip shows is Yaiba's like, "What if I hook you up to a machine and we look through all your memories and show you that you are an awesome Kamen Rider?" "No, I'm not here for that." Plonk.
Eh,
Yeah, so they just
They knew where their comedy was.
yeah.
Poor Fua. Look at this though. Oh my god, both legs.
It's
He
even
is
better because
red.
later Later,
He
when
is
they have
so
him hooked up to the machine and they're trying to siphon Naki out of him, he wakes up and she karate chops him again to knock him out.
So replay that scene like two
Oh
or
my
three times.
God.
This
And
No,
Jin
is
is like,
my second
Jin-
hand canon for
Jin-
this episode. This is my second hand canon for this episode, is that she had no help getting him to Daybreak Town, so she's just dragging him along the street on the subway, and he wakes up every so often, and she just karate chops him again.
headcanon
You know that
accepted.
happened.
He's got brain damage at this point. It's fine.
I'm not 100% sure,
I
but
mean, he
they
had
did
brain
do
damage
like
before.
they did do like internet anime episodes. I don't think we're going to cover them. They did do internet anime episodes around this time, and there's an entire Izu Fuwa one that is just hilarious because it's just more of this,
Oh, God.
but in anime form.
I love how
Fuwa.
Jin, when Yaiba knocks him out the second time, he's just like, should I be the one doing that? Nah, I know how to babysit him.
No, he was like, I should have done that originally. Remember, like, Jin kidnapped Fuwa like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, because he kidnapped.
Oh, I should have done that.
Oh
And
yeah.
then after saying that, Jin was like, should I be worried about Fuwa?
He looks so worried.
I just love Yaiba's reaction. I'm used to babysitting him. Don't worry about it.
You know what this reminds me of, though? Fuwa's acting in the chair. You might remember a little guy named Colin Baker.
Oh no!
It's like, I can't remember the name of the episode, but there is literally a scene where he is on a bed. He's got a colander strapped to his head, and he's going to pretend that it's like shocking him or whatever. So he's like twisting and, shaking around.
It was mind warp. They were brain blasting.
Mind warp, that's it.
Brain blast. Oh my God. Anyway.
While this is going on, we have some night scenes. We get a little bit of Aruto and Izu, and then we get a little bit of Midori and Hirobi.
Both
Where
of
we
them
get
are
some-
talking about what Hirobi is and what he actually wants.
Yeah. And Midori kind of cuts Hirobi deep with her words.
He
That's not going
slaps
to come.
her.
Yeah,
Why,
he's
it's almost like
dick
why
with
it's almost like
Hirobi.
the show is about asking people what they want to do. Their what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, what their dream might be.
Yes, it's like a whole theme of the show.
It's what the thing is about, other than people in rubber suits beating the fuck out of each other.
Aesthetic.
Hey, Chris,
yeah.
was it during this part, like when they're talking in between the greenhouses, that I mentioned the music?
Oh yes. The dad and the son who were running the farm had moments where a soft, emotional piano music was playing, and Kat just out of sudden realized.
Oh, you just realized this.
Yeah.
We've done this before.
It's just in a piano arrangement of Realize, yes.
We've done this before. But yeah.
Who's on
yeah,
first?
no, then almost every season they'll like remix their song a few times for the theme song.
I mean, that's just
They
good light
paid good money for that.
That's just
It's
good
just so
musical
rare
theory.
for us to have a quiet moment to be able to actually hear the music and figure out what it is.
But we get the biggest dick move, the following scene where, hey, it's our favorite bridge.
It's the favorite bridge. We know
Favorite
somebody's
bridge.
gonna go. Hirobi's
We
there.
paid for
with
this location and we're going to use it, damn it.
Hirobi's there with Midori, ready to trade for the gubbins, and Aruto's with Izu. Nobody else anywhere, mind you. It's all super secret. And Aruto desperately tries to break through to Hirobi, and Hirobi's not having. He's like, "Give me the gubbins now!" And he's like, "Oh, fine." So he throws it over to him, and it looks like Hirobi is just about to go ahead and be honest about his part of the deal. But as a last-minute kick in the balls. As Midori is walking toward Aruto, thinking that she's finally free, he kills her. Just like straight up explodes her.
Yeah, it's like I thought he was going to
Humanity.
change her so that Aruto would have to fight her and it'd be like this whole emotional thing. No, he just explodes her.
Yeah, just 100% explodes her. And Aruto's like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? And he's like, all of the Humagears tainted by human emotion must be destroyed. Will of Arc, bah. He's
And
like, no!
Naruto's like, I'm gonna kick your ass!
Yeah, you never piss off
And
the
he
Kamen Rider. And we go straight to Metaclass with Hopper, and Hirobi doesn't stand a chance.
No, he
No.
is kicked across the floor. Aruto takes back the gubbins.
And then, as if I don't have enough betrayal in this episode, what happens? But the man who has fucking wings flies in and steals the key back from Aruto, and it's Jin. My heart.
Well,
My
before
heart.
we get to that point, all the Zysex are going crazy, and everyone is going berserk as if they're Humagears. What's up, Frez?
Oh, I have to revel in this. I just have to revel in this. What's that guy? Are you telling me that a piece of technology has been hacked and it's being used to harm humanity and make crazed killing machines that threaten humanity? Oh no, why that's terrible. Such technology should not be used. It should all be immediately rounded up and burned in a giant pile, right? That's your entire MO, isn't it? If a piece of technology is so dangerous that at any point it can be hacked and make violent monsters, it should be destroyed. Oh wait,
Well-
you invented it, you dipshit!
To be fair,
Honestly-
his ultimate goal is not to destroy all technology and raise humanity. It's to literally be able to mind control everybody at will.
No,
By putting
but
microchips in
you
their
understand
brain.
what I'm going for here. This was all throughout that goddamn contest arc. This was all he was fucking saying. Humagears are dangerous. Anything can hack them and turn them into violent monsters. They all must be destroyed. And then it's like, oh, Zyaspecs have been hacked, and they turn whoever's wearing them into violent monsters. Oh, we patched it out. We're fine. Fucker.
What's up, Cat? Not Cat. Yeah. Sorry.
Honestly, I kind of like this, if only for one reason. Because so far, every single time that guy has meticulously 1000% planned for something, it gets used against him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aruto stole back Metal Cluster Hopper by getting the sword that keeps him from going insane. You know, the Zyaspecs going crazy. Putting what's her name? What's their name again? I'm blanking. Naki. Putting Naki inside of Fuwa's chip. If it wasn't for that, I mean, Naki is the one that is hacking all the Zyaspecs stuff.
Yep.
He is literally causing his own downfall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
literally, they've managed to extract Naki into its own Humagear thing. So he's outside of, or she, it.
They.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I completely forgot. If it was Naki who was the they, or if it was the actor that was the they.
Yeah, so
Both?
Lucky's not
'Cause
binary.
I know the actor identifies differently now.
Well, yeah, so the actor identifies she, her while filming. Became non-binary during the episodes being released, and then like 2 years later is now Chan Mask.
Okay.
But yeah, no, so Naki's revived, and Naki is angry about being a tool and is using it against Guy. And honestly, I hate the fact that we lost 6 episodes because I feel like I could have done more of this.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still just focused on the, it is catharsis that, oh no, my carefully laid plans are all going to shit. But also, there's the hypocrisy of the fact that he's facing the very thing that he decried the Humagears for.
I mean,
You know?
to be
Yeah.
fair, that's what makes a good villain. It's like he is a hypocrite. That's what like a villain MO is. They're evil. They are, hypocritical. They are self-serving, and that's what makes it fun to hate them because you
Yeah.
want to see them downfall.
And yeah, Guy is going to get owned over these next two, so don't worry about that.
Yes, it's beautiful. He
But,
throws
yeah.
such a temper tantrum.
It's just there's a certain catharsis to seeing the shoe be on the other foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh no, I guess you had to hold up to your ideals and junk every Zaya spec now, Guy, because it's dangerous and can be hacked and could hurt humanity, which is the
But
most important thing.
I still feel like this was sort of in line with his plan, if not part of his plan, because his ultimate goal is not to sell Zaya specs, it's to sell raid risers.
Mhm.
Yeah, he even uses that in one of the next episodes to advertise.
Well, his goal isn't
We'll
to
get to
destroy
that in a
humanity.
minute.
It's to destroy Humagears.
Oh,
he still
Well,
wants to
control humanity because he's a megalomaniac.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Naki was going to be the tool that did that, as now you can see Naki is controlling everyone, but against Guy.
In a way, you could say that Naki's blowing the whistle on him. It's like, oh my god, if you wear a Zaya spec, you become a mind-controlled fucking monster.
Yeah.
Basically. But yeah, so we get the scene of Jin taking Raiden from Aruto, thus showing all the gray zones of all these different Kamen Riders.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, we get a little more, yes, because Jin's goal of liberating the Humagears happens to align with helping Metsubo, Jinrai, and Hirobi, and so he does a little heel turn and betrays Aruto.
My heart.
And is that the end of the? That's the end of the episode, isn't it?
That's the end of the episode. It ends on that, and then it begins with the next one with that.
What does Humagears dream of? And Aruto's like, nah. Goes right back to Middle Cluster Hopper and jumps on Jin, basically.
This is I like this a lot. The way that he makes platforms out of the metal cluster hoppers as they're jumping from this bridge dam thing, and they're landing in midair and they're having little skirmishes, and then Jin's flying off and Naruto's jumping on another one. It's neat. I like this.
But he still doesn't have wings.
Okay, he still doesn't have wings, of course.
It's aerial combat.
Eventually.
Why do you need to fly when you can jump?
Grasshoppers have wings.
What was his name? What was the name of the?
I'm gonna get into writing fan fiction just so I can give him wings.
What was the name? Kuchiri,
It's gonna be the entire fan fiction.
What was the name of the dude from the movie, the evil Humagear?
It wasn't
Will. Right?
Yeah,
because it was will be. Yeah, now I remember.
Mm.
Okay, but yeah, so Aruto and Jin have a fight. You know, Jin is a little outmatched, and Aruto's just about to beat his ass, and then, never mind. I don't get to mean yet.
No, Aruto stops the attack right in front of Hirobi's face. Like, no, just follow through. Just follow through. Trust me, it'll save a lot of headaches.
Yeah, sadly.
That's not who Aruto is, though. He wouldn't hurt somebody.
No.
But more importantly,
honestly, this is entirely believable.
Yeah, Hirobi tried to save Jin, and it's like, and they even do muse on this later when Naruto has a moment to think, is that he did this before, but it was all a part of the grand scheme, you know, the will of the arc, where it's like he did it to blow himself up and make Jin reach singularity. But this time, he didn't do it because the arc said so. He did it because he wanted to. Because a little bit of that father figure Humagear programming kicked in.
So what you're saying is Hirobi's daddy.
He's having daddy issues.
I'm going to call this trio of episodes the daddy issues episodes. That's 100% what they are.
Daddy arc.
The dad arc. Oh my god. So we cut back to Naki going berserk. We get a random scene like Izzy's like, Aruto, they're still attacking each other. And you think Aruto's about ready to jump into town to start trying to stop people. But then we get a scene where Fuwa gets Naki to stop.
Yeah, he snaps him out of it. It's great. He doesn't hit him or anything. He's just like, hey, wake up. Character growth.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting more into character growth the next episode.
They were
Who understands Naki better than the person whose head they were in for all this time?
I mean, fair enough.
But yeah. Uh,
Do we get to talk about the hospital scene now?
yeah, no, that's literally the next thing I have written down is Naki knows all about Fuwa and decides to tell Fuwa and Yaiba everything about Fuwa.
And this is great because they cut to I think they cut to the scene that I just mentioned where Aruto's musing about Hirobi.
Mhm.
We had a little thing where it led into that. Aruto was watching Guy put out a report saying that, hey, we're going to get Metsubo Jinrai. It's all their fault. That's why everybody went berserk.
Yeah.
There's also,
I see, Guy. I see. So when your devices are hacked, all you have to do is go on TV and say, actually, it was terrorists. We're working on the issue, and we're going to fight the terrorists. Ooh, so that's all we had to do to get people to trust the technology again and not say, this technology is shit. We must throw it into the dustbin. All you had to do is say that. So if Aruto went on TV and said, hey, human gears are safe, it's just terrorists have been hacking them, it would all be fucking fine, wouldn't it?
To be fair, Aruto did that like a dozen times.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is basically just a dark mirror.
Cat, hit the button again to make me feel better, please.
Kamen Rider near element. Kamen Rider near
Uh,
There you go.
but we do find out that Fuwa is a normal, boring man. So normal, so boring man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The way they edit this is great because they cut away from it just as Naki. They're about to be like, "I'm going to tell you everything I know about Isamu Fuwa," and then that you cut back and Yaga's like, "My God, I'm shocked. That was completely normal."
That was
So
so
boring.
boring.
Like, we even translated his weight into something that us American units can understand. He's an average weight for Japanese babies. He's 100% average.
No, but the best bit happens here where Naki is like, there is one thing about Fuwa, his sense of humor, and they pull the blanket off him and makes a double pun, and then they even do the Aruto Shinaito bit.
He's losing it. And
Yeah,
Yaiba's
Fuwa
like,
loses it.
what the fuck?
He rolls off of the bed. He is losing it so hard.
I love it. I love it so much.
The thing is, Fuwa's been keeping this a secret the entire time. Like, Aruto's
I
like,
know you love that gif of Fuwa walking away from Aruto and like trying to keep a straight face. That's such a good gif. But oh
I might
God!
have
But
that.
even so, just the idea of a stoic, non-binary human gear doing the Aruto Shinaito. Gets me. Something about it gets me.
no, it's just great because it just shows like how much work has been put into the series so far in 35 episodes. Like, I've been making jokes about getting Rain to watch the clip shows, and he can join in. Rain probably would not find as much humor out of that one scene than we would, but again, we have 35 episodes of build up to this.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
After
So-
this, sorry, Kuchiri. The most epic fight scene between Guy and Hirobi takes place because Guy was all, I'm gonna kill them by the end of the day, I promise. And so obviously Hirobi's watching this, he's like, oh, are you? They literally have a huge standoff where Guy has all of his AIM goons and they're
all hard.
raid risers. Oh my God, why is that so hard to say? And
Alliteration.
Hirobi has all of his little lackeys, little generic bots behind him. And the face-off is incredible. The tense moment before the battle takes place, Kat pointed out as we were watching this, that Guy is breathing heavily, whereas Hirobi isn't breathing at all, further distancing the human versus the machine aspect of it.
Really
I'm
good
not
character
owned.
acting.
I'm not owned.
But you gotta remember, while they're in their suits, these are veteran suit actors with 20 plus years of being in these suits. I think I could double check, but I know Hirobi's been the main Kamen Rider suit actor for a while, and the person behind Jin's outfit, I think, has been the secondary rider. So, like, if we talk about Build and Cross Z, these two were the heroes, Build and Cross Z, and
Cool.
they were Ghost
They
Inspector.
finally get to be the villains.
Yeah.
Villain and anti-hero? I don't know. They both feel like anti-heroes at this point.
Yeah, I mean they fight, but
well, they have their own goals. I mean,
to be fair, knowing what we know, I would say Jen is more road to hell is paved.
Yeah,
I don't think Hirobi has ever really fought Thouser yet, but I mean, I'm watching. I think
there was
he's beating Thouser, right?
During the work contest arc, there was a Thouser Hirobi fight.
Well, oh, okay.
Did Hirobi almost kick his ass?
I think it was mostly just Hirobi saved Fuwa and Thouser ran away.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Run away!
And if it's not correct, that's my new headcanon.
So Thouser ends up getting the upper hand. Drax Hirobi's Scorpion ability. And beforehand, by the way, we got a scene of Aruto at the greenhouse. It's clearly a rough time. Aruto definitely does not have the manpower to immediately rebuild a Midori. Because, of course, he doesn't run Heathen anymore. He can't just do it willy-nilly. And they're not looking great. I mean, the dad's hurt. The son is feeling guilt over the Zai spec.
But still trying to use it because that's the only thing that they have now to make sure they keep up with production.
Basically. And then Izu tells Aruto that a fight's about to happen. So we get to Thouser using the Scorpion ability against Hirobi, and Aruto saves the day in his base form. Why did you block in your base form? Why didn't you?
I told you I had to be ready.
Oh my god.
We had one more.
I don't remember. Was the joke in that scene that Apu did get shot, or did he not get shot and it went straight towards the other dude?
But
okay. I couldn't remember what the joke was there.
But we get a scene where Hirobi's like, Aruto, why did you? And then Naruto explains that, I know you're a father kind of human.
Kris, no.
Wrong one.
What?
Kris, I literally told you I was going to do that. I had something set up.
Oh. Sorry.
Ruining everything. Take it to Discord.
So Aruto
Stop presenting.
Having a big
things open.
We got an infinite mirror going on. Anyway,
did someone say infinite mirror?
Oh my god, stop.
Kamen Rider near elements.
There you go.
Kamen Rider near
Aruto is like telling Hirobi, you are not the Arc. You are your own human gear. You have your own dreams and all that stuff. And Aruto is like, I'm going to stop this, and transforms. And Naki shows up and is like, Thouser, I'm going to steal all your toys, and turns all the horseshoe crab minions against Thouser. So now it's everyone against Thouser.
Kick his ass!
Just pile on Thouser.
Basically, and then
he wants to taste the curb. He wants to taste the fucking curb.
Yeah.
So we get this big fight. Everyone, has their own swings at Thouser. That ends with Hirobi, just comboing him to, honestly, as brutal of a kick as Fuwa got.
Yeah.
It literally looks like he bisected Thouser through his torso.
I mean, it would be an improvement.
No, wait, no, Kris. Amatsus are like slugs. You'll have two guys.
Oh shit!
No. We can't have bi-generation here.
I wasn't even going there. Oh God, I just imagined the two of them split up, and one of them's like, yes, I'm 500% powerful.
Like, you're 1000% me. No, I'm 1000% me.
Okay, actually, thinking on it further, two guys would be terrible and horrible because the self-cessed would be through the roof, and I do not want to see that. Neither do you.
Oh Lord!
If you
He's
watch
the only
into
person that can stand him.
Oh my god!
I mean, that matchmaker Humagear pretty much confirmed that was essentially the case right there.
Yes.
So yeah, Thouser gets his ass kicked. There's this whole thing where he's like, "Oh, you can't be doing this! I will stop you! I will end!" And like his henchmen try and pick him up. Get off of me!
Don't touch me! I'm not owed! I'm not owed!
There's also something that I noticed while, because at one point, like, all the Humagears get destroyed, and then the AIM guys, they lose their raid risers. And I noticed a little something, which Kris slightly spoiled.
Sorry.
What
But I noticed this.
We notice? Oh, dear God. Oh, my sweet Jesus. Why?
I mean,
I think I'll let that stand for itself.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You could probably say a lot about the whole notion of fascism and Guy and Ames and his anti-AI, anti-Humagear stance, and Japan's history, sordid history with fascist ideology. But I'm not going to poke that today on this Kamen Rider podcast.
For once.
I'll let someone else write that essay. And
if we ever talk about solo riders, that's going to be a weekly essay.
Which rider is that?
Showa riders are the riders from the 70s.
Okay. 71 Kamen Rider.
So you got to remember there's Showa riders, there's Heisei riders, and 01's the first Reiwa rider.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I gather that Segata Sanshiro there is really
Nachis in the face.
Yes,
Every episode.
Good.
Yeah.
take that, space Nazis.
But yeah, Midori's restored. We get a scene where Aruto like yelled out to Hirobi and Nake as they're walking away. Hirobi's like, maybe Arco can change the fate of Humagears.
Hey. Everything goes to fucking shit.
Oh yeah, so all the Humagear, all the Metro Genrise are back together. We get to see Raiden back in a neat little new outfit. Oh hey, we have to pause production for 6 weeks.
Yeah, okay. Everything goes to shit in more ways than one. Because first, quite obviously, they have to stall the show for 6 weeks because COVID was rising and becoming really quite.
Or as some people put it, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah. So again, a month ago, before this,
why are you showing me the goddamn tomatoes again, Ken?
That's not me.
I thought these two made the same memes. These two made the same memes.
Sorry. Let me rephrase. Why are you showing me the goddamn tomatoes again, Kris?
All right.
To be fair, near the end of the episode, they do have like this camera angle that is just from the perspective of the tomatoes.
And everyone but Naruto does Naruto Jinnaito.
Yes,
and it's beautiful. I love that.
But
anyway.
Get rid of that now, Kris.
So we have.
So,
I want to point out before
we gotta work on your timing, Kris.
So a week before this last episode aired, 5 weeks before, they announced that a break was happening because Karame Red of the Super Sentai that was being aired at the same time got COVID. There was a bunch of stuff. I said this during the last podcast. So, following this episode, we get the first special, President Special Part 1. If you are watching through official means, this is episode 36, which makes no sense. I hate this.
Okay,
I hate this so much.
All fucked up, apparently, on the Shout Factory. That's where we're watching.
Oh, and the Blu-rays. They did this in the Blu-rays.
Huh?
And this isn't even the Japanese Blu-ray cut. They actually got this from a torrent.
Oh yeah. Wait, did you mention that on the show, or did you mention that to us in private?
Both. I think I said this on the show because if you watch any of the main 5 clip shows, they all start with superhero time, Killmonger, 01, start them. You know, it's like their opener to the hour-long block.
Sentai TV block.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a block that's been going on since 2003. So like back in 2003, it was Ryuki and I think
the show was good.
I mean, we can always talk about 2008 Rider, where the show was good. That's where everyone's favorite Rider is. But we get.
That's not Kamen Rider Gamer. What are you talking about?
We get the Present Special Part 1. So for these specials, they replay a bunch of former scenes and they redub them, kind of like an abridged kind of thing.
Yeah, Kris and I didn't watch these. We're just going off of Kuchiri's cliff notes of them. Because,
well, I mean, technically they are clip shows, so we have watched them just in full.
That's true.
And
well, except for one. There's one you didn't watch.
There's presumably there's some sort of framing device that is worth mentioning, which I'm sure.
Yeah, the framing device is they put Evil Isu into the title screen, and they're like, "Well, shit. Now what do we do?"
Basically, Takahashi wanted Evil Izu. So this episode starts using scenes from episode 15 where Aruto was being taught the Shine program from the dying Izu. So, you know, it's all these scenes where Izu's flickering about, and she's telling Naruto, "Hey, I lost all my data on 01. Oh no!" So Naruto decides to tell Izu all about the first arc from episodes 1 through episode 16. While this is going on, Azu, which is the evil Izu, knows everything about Metro Genrai already, knows everything about Thouser already, and is very rude. Azu is rude to Izu's being polite. Also, Azu hates puns. She literally calls Aruto an idiot every time he makes a pun.
Oh,
villainous.
no!
Truly villainous.
But we did get one piece of new canon information in the very first special. Naki was implanted into Fuwa's head when he was hospitalized after being defeated by Hirobi back in episode 9.
Which, yeah, you said
still
that.
very weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, how would they have done that?
It's a retcon, whatever you want to go with it.
Well, this probably would have been like a plot twist brought in if they had a regular episode 36, 37, 38, 39, you know.
I mean, honestly, it feels like that would have been more of a plot twist that we would have revealed when we revealed the existence of Naki, you know? Like, you have a guy taunting Fuwa about it. It's like, when you were hospitalized after Hirobi attacked you, and all the human gears were deactivated, I snuck in and I implanted this consciousness into your chip to control.
Let's be fair,
because
it was not Guy who implanted it. It was totally a lackey of his that he sent to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but of course it was a lackey, but he's going to say it was my 1000% radiant.
Well, he's already taken credit putting Naki into Fuwa's head, but other things we do find out, Azu doesn't know who revived Jin. She's kind of interested in knowing why Jin got revived. And Azu's like, okay, I got all the information I wanted. But, you know, Aruto's like, but what are you talking about? I still have more of the story to tell you. And it's important for 01 and the ability to overcome Arc. Overcome Arc, you say? Well, let me learn all about that. And then, you know, because there's banners, you know, advertisement banners and stuff, they point out that the following episode we will see the Black Shadow. So we go into the second special, superhero time. Sorry.
Yeah.
We talk about the second arc, the 5-jaw competition, and basically one of the first things. As you literally straight up ask Aruto why he didn't just kill Thouser at one point in time.
I mean, valid.
I mean, honestly, if I were Azu and watching this, I'd be like, so why didn't we just disqualify this entire competition after all these people kept cheating?
Basically.
Why did we let him pick all the competitors who were going to cheat? Why couldn't we have a third party pick some people who, weren't inclined to be cheating assholes? In fact, why do humans keep cheating at this thing over and over? How does that prove that they're superior to human gears? I don't get it. You suck. Your puns suck.
Basically.
Also,
Ozzy also confirmed something that just baffles me. Aruto didn't know Thouser was stealing his abilities every time he got jacked during those 12 episodes.
He literally
What?
turned it on them in the exact same breath. What?
Yeah,
Man, it's really weird. I just used Flaming Tiger, and he poked me with his weird stick. Don't take that out of context. And now he's using flame on me.
They supercut this with Thouser saying, "I am taking your Falcon ability."
I know Aruto's an idiot, but he's not that much of an idiot. Let's be nice to Aruto.
After talking about how Aruto quit, Aruto finally realizes that Izu is not who she is. It's Azu. And as she explains, she is Ark's messenger, and she's going to give Ark all the combat info from 01. Aruto doesn't care. He still needs to talk about episodes 30 to 35, which is a montage of Aruto and others kicking Thouser's ass. And all the montages of Thouser after he getting his ass kicked, making blank breaks.
Oh, I honestly, I want to watch this clip show on repeat.
Yeah, which one was this again?
I just want to see Thouser.
The President Special Part 2.
I just want to see Thouser
Okay, good.
over and over again.
Good.
But the episode ends with Ark, which you guys just met, because Ark shows up in
We will
episode
get
36.
to that in 42 or /36.
Yeah.
I don't know what number you're gonna go. I don't know
Ark.
what number you're gonna go with when we get past these specials.
I'm going to go by what the actual episodes label them as.
Right, fair enough.
But the Ark talks to Aruto at the end of this special, which I should point out that the voice actor, I don't have his name on hand, but he's actually a very big voice actor. He's been in a lot of stuff, and it was his dream to voice act a Toku villain, but he always thought if he got a chance, it would have been like a villain of the week kind of thing. And Takahashi was like, "No, I got you. You're going to be the final boss."
Ooh.
Oh, Kuchiri just confirmed this was the final boss, so
Yes.
I'm not surprised now that I've seen it.
Ark is the final boss. I mean, Ark has been being built up as the final boss for this entire series.
sense.
So, yeah.
There's only a handful of episodes left, to be fair.
But they replay a shot 3 times in a row. And then the final time during the credits, Izu's back and Aruto doesn't tell her about Azu. And then Fuwa is the one that does the next time for this. And he's upset they did a President special. So he is going to do a shooting special.
I love this voice so much.
I love Fuwa.
So the third special is the shooting special, which once again has a superhero time start. Fuwa has had a boring life, normal to the point is boring, so Yaiba wants to restore his confidence. So they re-show the scene of them next to the bridge and Yaiba slapping Fuwa in the back of the neck to take it. But it's they're retelling the episodes 1 through 35 again, but with a focus on Fuwa and Valkyrie. Yaiba does say during the timeline between episode 3 and 4, she did teach Fuwa how to use the key properly without having to break it open every time. But Fuwa says, "Oh, I'm just following my own rules. This is my way of doing things."
I just like it.
Gremlin.
They also point out that when Hirobi said he did not know or care about Fuwa in episode 8 before, Hirobi almost kills Fuwa, that is literally straight up. Hirobi never met Fuwa before. He doesn't know or care who he is. Most of the fights that they choose to show is fights that Fuwa loses, so every time the clip starts, Fuwa goes, "Wait, I got a bad feeling about this," every single time. They do showcase Rampage Vulcan, and good, but they basically end the episode with Fuwa apparently breaking out of Metsubo Jinrai, running to Aruto and Izu. And so this is the shot from the model episode where Naki's speaking to Fuwa to Aruto and Izu.
Oh yeah.
You remember they're struggling. So Fuwa is like trying to mimic Naki's voice because that was how his face was for those scenes. And then Arto's like, "Oh, I think you're so stressed. Maybe I just need to fire you and help you find a new job." And it's Fuwa like growl like, "Yeah."
Jesus Christ.
So it's the fourth clip show.
I love
The
Fuwa.
Super Job Wars Battle 1. These clip shows, by the way, have a different opening. You know, explaining that Arto has just fired Fuwa and is trying to help him find a job. They also are dedicated to the frontline workers. If you remember around this time, there was a big push for like, you know, nurses and doctors and
Right.
Yeah,
other
yeah. We
attendants.
remember. Sadly, we remember.
Yeah. But this clip show, they literally just list off different jobs Humagears have and showcase clips from the episodes they were in. So, you know, when they talk about lawyer, they have the bingo shots. When they talk about tour guide, they have the Anna shots. Fu was very fussy through all this. They get something wrong. They claim that Fuwa destroyed Mamoru in episode 2. Fuwa destroyed the delivery driver.
Oh.
Well, how can you be expected to watch their own show?
They actually call out that the nurse wanted to examine Fuwa's brain.
I know what I said.
I forgot to bring up this forecast. They wanted to examine Fuwa's brain at one point in time.
I mean, valid. That boy is an enigma.
They also replayed the random scene where Fuwa is chasing the person in the code and starts randomly screaming, but they never explain what happened after.
Ah.
I'm assuming that Naki just sort of like took control and walked him out of there, and then he appeared someplace else, and he had no idea what happened.
Probably.
He didn't want to explain it because he had no idea what happened.
I want to think that Naki pranked Fuwa more than once, just for shits and giggles.
I don't know if I would call that pranking. That's more gaslighting.
Same thing.
He's doing it to
in this
himself.
Scenario. Anyway, so when they talk about Fuwa maybe being a tour guide, they repeat the lines from the start. They have him repeat all of Anna's lines from the episode explaining Daybreak Town, and then he's like, "I don't want to remember Daybreak Town." The second special, they show 2 astronaut Humagear keys because there's 2 astronauts. They decide that Fuwa cannot do jobs where he's part of a team. Yaiba tries impersonating Izzy because it's all voiceover. And basically, Yaiba insults Fuwa in Izzy's voice. They give a name to the delivery man that's been appearing randomly throughout the series. I already showed this to you guys, but they talk about being an artist, and Fu was like, "Oh, maybe I can be an artist. That doesn't seem too bad." And so they're like, "Okay, we'll draw something. We'll talk more about this artist person."
Oh no! Oh no!
And
Stick figure?
1 second, I'm trying.
Oh no!
Why
got
aren't you
pictures,
showing?
doesn't he?
Why aren't you showing up on here? Okay, I'll just do it this way.
Well, this is going to be the most epic childish drawing ever, isn't it?
And so,
I love this man.
So they draw that, and they all are taking guesses of what kind of kaiju it is, and then Fu was like, "What are you talking about? That's a gorilla."
I mean, I guess the second pair of eyes are actually nostrils. Did Zaya also take away his memories of coloring within the lines in kindergarten?
Let's
pretty
see.
sloppy,
For being a voice actor, they try and make Fuwa make cat noises. You can probably tell how that leads.
Meow.
Meow.
So they flip this on Yaiba because she's also jobless now. Starting with model. And then Fuwa breaks it like, "I could be a model." But then they're like, no, he could be probably a rapper. They
Let's
also point out how-
let's not focus on that stereotype.
No. They point out that the actor Hugh McGear actually grew as an actor. Remember, he originally couldn't ad-lib, but now he can. They actually point out that they did character growth with him.
Nice.
Excellent.
They also point out that Fuwa means somebody. So when we talk about he's a normal, mundane person, his name literally translates to being somebody. He is just somebody.
Some guy.
Fuwa is a lesson in and of
Angry little
himself. You
guy.
could be the most boring, ordinary, casual person, and yet you can still be just as important.
They
as the second main
do.
character.
They do just have the entire climax from episode 33 where Yaiba and Fuwa team up against Thouser, but they put a different theme song to it, a fight song.
Okay.
And then it's revealed that the last 3 clip shows were all a dream. And how did Fuwa know about all the stuff he wasn't there for? And then they use this to reiterate that all these specials were still working. Like Aruto and Fuwa say nice things about people who are out there working during this pandemic.
Oh.
Good.
Right, we get some new footage now. With episode 35.5, it's a clip show about Metro Jinrai, but there's actual scenes, including we get to finally see Azu with... Why isn't this showing up on here? Anyway, we get to meet Azu.
Yeah, she's just a hot goth. Izu.
Yeah, she has red hair. There's a lot more to her, but we'll find out more of that while we get farther into the series. But her whole thing is she's going to speak to every member of Metro Jinrai and try and figure out how they reach singularity, and she's going to use that data to revive Arc. So she needs her Ruby. The intro reverts back to the normal intro, which is going to be for the rest of the series. But she interviews each member. They do a lot of one person in the scene at a time. Like it's a dating sim kind of thing. Basically because COVID restrictions. They wanted to make sure it was clear that even though it looks like they were talking to each other, they were just filming them one at a time.
Place.
Yep. They do introduce the final boss progress key. This is how she collects her data.
Her hair's longer too.
Oh yeah.
Much
Good on
longer.
her.
Again, hot goth Izu.
But
You're saying that regular Isu isn't?
But
Oh, no, she's just adorable.
we do get to see information on all the Metro Jinrai. But
He is his oil.
But while this is
course he
going on, they reveal what causes singularity, and then she steals their singularity data, and then apparently erase like some of their memories. It's kind of weird. They don't go much into it, and they forget to
Specifically erases the memory of her being there, and that's why nobody remembers her at all in any of the actual episodes.
But yeah, we get scenes with Ikazuchi. You gotta feel bad for him. Like he was in one episode, or 2 episodes. He's gone for 20. He finally comes back. You think he's going to get this major arc, but no, his first full episode back, and it's talking about the 2 episodes he was a part of for a clip show.
Lame.
But you find out his singularity is because of his brother.
Oh.
And Iju showed Ikazuki scenes after his death, just using the excuse hour to just blabbed everything. We get this thing about her. She makes fun of all of them too. Gotta remember, she's rude. So she's making fun of them while this is all going on.
Mean God.
I'm sorry, I just saw that subtitle there. Do you really think I love Arc Sama?
Yeah. So like most of these like each Ikazuki is like no, I'm all here for Arc Sama. Are you sure that's what triggers your singularity? Are you sure it's not your brother?
Honestly, I need these clip shows now just for Isu. What was her name? Azu?
Azu.
is as.
That's what I said, Azu.
We get Naki.
I heard that.
Azu confirms that he didn't made Naki, but Guy kidnapped them after daybreak to develop their weapons. All this is news to Naki, who is very happy that Guy didn't make them. They also repeat the whole Naki was implanted during episode 9. And then we get a whole big scene with Jin.
Oh,
And
he's
as you can tell-
questions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, remember, Azu is still trying to figure out why he was revived, who he remade him, this whole new earring humor gear thing. But this time she does it as a disguise of Aruto, just for excuse to have Aruto in the episode. So, like, she has a hologram Aruto over her, and Jin figures out it's not Aruto from the start. Basically, you find out that both Hirobi's and Jin's singularities were each other, and Jin's the only one that isn't affected by his singularity getting taken. In fact, he's happy. Everything is going as expected. Jin wants Arc to revive. But why is that? Well, I guess
Well, we find out in the actual episode.
Yeah. See,
So
we just went through 6 episodes in like 10 minutes.
yeah,
That's not
well,
too
there
bad.
were clip shows.
So, yeah, we move on to episode 36. I am the Arc and a Kamen Rider. This was the title I was trying to tell you guys that is the actual mirror title. But, you guys already...
shit.
No. You wasted the alert in the last podcast on a different title.
You
No,
really
I'm
think that's going to stop
saying
us?
this title. Shit.
So,
Not as in it's bad, but as in, oh, fuck.
Yeah, we get introduced to our final boss. Arc is the final boss of the series. And as most final bosses go in Kamen Rider, they are very overpowered.
Pat, you are going
Little.
to have to do all of the sharing of the images because I clicked the wrong button and it won't let me give permissions back to it.
Oh, okay. I can do
Anyway,
that.
the episode starts with Izu and Aruto walking, talking about Hirobi from the end of the previous episode, just reminding people where they were 6 weeks before. And, which, by the way, I need to point out that Toei said that while Kara Major gets to recover their 6 episodes they lost, 0-1 couldn't. So they had to basically scrap 6
Ew.
episodes worth of ideas. And so we're going to get a little bit of rush stuff in the next few episodes. But while they're walking and talking, they run into Fua. Hey, Fua! What?
I love this. He's like, Aruto's like, what are you doing standing in this line? And it was like, what line? I don't see a line. What are you talking about? I'm getting out of here. Bye.
The fucking face
And, like,
he has, though.
We had paused on Fua's face because Kris had to write something out because she was writing her notes. And I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, he's in line with a bunch of Japanese schoolgirls. There are only 3 things that this could possibly be. Something cute, something stupid, or it's a boy. And I was like, if it's a boy, he's cheating on Aruto. It turns out to have been the second one. It was a fortune teller.
I thought it was going to be like a pop idol or some shit,
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Also, Kat, please bring up the pain koosh ball. Because literally, I don't know if it was the very first scene, but like it was like 2 seconds worth where we see MetsuboJinrai.net all brought together.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they-
No, so,
The Arc
I'm-
lives.
yeah,
What
so
is
I'm pretty sure this was rushed because it's clearly we go from a scene where Ikazuchi is like, cracking his fake neck, being like, "Oh, I'm back," and you think that he's going to have a big arc for his own, for being back.
No,
No,
Arc,
they just
only
cut-
Arc.
Yeah, they
No,
just
they
cut. They're in a random room, and all 4 of them apparently pump red lasers into something, and creates this.
Not
I
even
mean-
to something. It was thin air.
It's a pain
Yeah.
koosh ball.
Basically,
Honestly, essentially, it's just the T-1000 from Terminator 2.
I mean,
make that
it kinda
reference
looks
now.
like it kind of looks like a certain virus that was actually going around at the time, but
Oh,
I was
God.
also thinking that. I was also thinking that, but Chris said no, it's not quite right. Ha! I told
No.
you, Chris. I told you.
But like it doesn't. It looks like a bunch of little nails in a ball. It's got little flat tips.
You want to know what's sad is I think Re Soldier. I don't remember. Was it Re Soldier before? Yeah. Re Soldier before Kara Major, and they had this exact same plot to formulate their final boss. And that's what that's what the Re Soldier final boss looked like. So clearly rushed. Clearly, there should have been more things to this. In fact, if you take the rumors for what was cut with a grain of salt, there was going to be another character that was going to be Kamen Rider Arc Zero, which
makes
that's
sense because like you can see there's a bit of a rush because we go immediately from, oh, Hirobi, you don't need to follow the will of the Arc. You can have your own dream. You can follow your own path. And Hirobi thinking, that's a good idea too. Let us summon the Arc. I am now the Arc's vessel. I am completely taken over by it. The Arc is I. I control this pitiful human gear.
What the fuck?
So yeah, Arc, that little blob is the final boss. And I convinced Kat to get more interested in this series by saying that this was basically Mega Man X. And we see that Arc is basically the Sigma virus.
Oh, Christ.
He's not wrong, and I hate that.
Yeah, he's not wrong, and I hate it.
But also, honestly, so obviously Hirobi transforms, and he's a new, Arc Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider Arc, or whatever he's called.
Ramen Kaider.
And Ramen Kaider Arco. But I see what you mean about the Arc 01, because if you look at the actual mask on this guy, as it presents, I'm killing Chris again. That's typical.
My God.
But like you can really see the 01 influences in that mask.
This is the form is called Arc 0.
Well, yes, but I'm saying that you were saying there was going to be like an Arc 01 or whatever it was, and I can see the influences in this of what it was going to be.
I'm just going to call it Arco just to annoy Kuchiri from now on.
But we do get Noah. Before this, we do get a scene where they figure that Fuwa needs to see a fortune teller. AI fortune telling. What could go wrong with that?
Oh
Everything.
My God. This lady.
Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink.
Oh my God.
Blink,
Yeah,
blink,
she's
blink.
making eyes at Fuwa. I had to write down her name.
It's something.
Higashi Shinogawa no Haha.
Which basically is just the prefecture that she was in, plus no haha.
Which is
Clever.
So Aruto and Izu leaves, and then Fu was like, "So I have a family, and I'm conflicted. Should I go see them?"
No.
Wait, what do you mean?
No.
Well, you're no help. Then he leaves, and Aruto's like, "Well, what did Fu ask? Patient client confidentiality."
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Like she was hamming it up. She was 100% doing the jazz hands, the screams.
But Aruto has been working on something. He's had this idea for a level beyond the human ear.
Well, not a level beyond, but just his own invention. His dad was his dad invented the Kamen Rider program. His grandpa invented human gears. He wants something to claim as his own.
And we'll see that right as soon as Fuwa and Yaiba get their asses kicked by this new
Jin and Yaiba.
Jin.
Yes. Yeah, so this thing is like globbing all over Hirobi. Like it looks weird as fuck.
It punches him through a wall.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Art came in like a wrecking ball.
But we get fire and lightning versus the final boss. This won't go well. And then we get a scene of the VP trying to sell the Red Risers, and he is not having it. He's getting sick of Guy.
Fine.
He misses Aruto. That's so touching.
Oh, I love how in this episode they have an actual conversation for once. Like over the phone. They have a real conversation that isn't the VP trying to be like a backstabbing asshole or Aruto's cracking jokes.
Yeah. Cat has a whole head cannon now.
Oh yeah.
Is she Cat?
Yes.
That
I'm trying to remember what the headcanon was.
No, he had a thing where like they would call each other at night, and he just bitch about Guy.
Oh yes. Essentially, he's just talking to the vice president on the phone, and he's like, "How could you do this to the company?" And the vice president's like, "Well, there's nothing I could do." And the way they're speaking to each other is so like friendly in a way that's like, okay. So my headcanon now is that at some point, when Guy took over, the vice president called him up and it was like, "I just need to talk to somebody. He's such an asshole." And then they just kept doing that for a while.
Well, wait,
Now they're
Cat,
calling for their
this fits perfectly because what does Aruto invent? He invents an AI you can talk to and vent to.
the evolution of the voice actor spot. You remember the voice actor spot?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
He
god, that's
invented
amazing.
something already invented.
No, but
Yes,
no,
but
I
this
like
was
I like this. I
specific.
like this. It's using technology to help humanity out. To help them talk, to have somebody to talk to, so that their problems and just have a way to vent. So he invents this little Alexa-looking thing that fits in the palm of your hand, and it's an AI, and he calls it I-Chan. And then he's
Honestly,
like,
you want to know
"Oh,
the worst part? I wish this was real because there are plenty of times where I would love to be able to talk to something that is not a human.
Mhm.
mood." Anyway, he slaps it into his hand and is like, "You need this. Have a chat. Sort your
Oh,
shit
well,
out."
let's not gloss over what this thing's name is because this is important.
I-Chan!
Which I
in-
means love.
Yes, I. So therefore, I. Ta-da! It's your friend.
I love how Izu does the YMCA with AI.
Yes,
We love
She's
her.
She is perfect.
We
She
love
is
her.
perfect. But we've glossed over that Yaiba got fucked up against Ark. And Ark
Yeah.
is literally about ready to kill her, and he's doing it's okay.
Poor baby.
All of humanity will die. And then Jin gets both of them out of there. And
So I gather that Jin's grand plan was we're going to let the Ark revive, so then we can destroy it for good.
Mhm.
Which
Pretty much.
so far has not turned out well because it's like, okay, we let the Ark revive, and then it's way the fuck strong. We can't beat its ass. Oh shit!
Oh,
This is
also-
why I call him the road to hell.
yeah.
So
It's paved with
Naki
so many
was
good
also pretty badly devastated when Ark took over Hirobi. Just crumpled and looked very broken. After
Because
Jin,
they are.
yeah. After Jin got the fuck out of there with Yaiba, we have a scene where Ark Hirobi is now
Ark Roby.
just Ark Hirobi. Oh, good lord. He saunters in. There's a spaceship guy that I cannot remember the name of for the life of me. And then we've got
Just call
poor
him
Naki.
Rai.
Yeah, Rai is there, and Naki is passed out on the thing and splayed out, getting repaired. Also, we kind of glossed over a thing. Her Ark, when he was kicking Jin and Yaiba's ass, literally just fabricated shit immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Got a 3D printer.
What the fuck?
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
You remember Ark and they can create shit. That's how we got all of our
Oh, yeah.
powers in the first
It fits perfectly with the theming of the new Kamen Rider character. I still hate it because it
I
is
call
such a
bullshit.
cheating move.
I call bullshit.
again. Welcome to Kamen Rider Final Bosses.
All right, your turn, Friz.
How
I
much
was just going
bullshit
to
can we
say
do?
that thinking on it, this whole Hirobi being taken over by Arc thing is kind of symbolic because, we've been focusing on the Hirobi, his wants and dreams, as opposed to what he's been doing all series, where it's like, I will do whatever the Arc tells me. I will destroy humanity because the Arc tells me to. So naturally, that sort of path leads his radicalization and just blindly following orders has led him to just be completely taken over. Like, all right, I don't need you as a lackey anymore. I'm just going to take you over completely and use you as a vessel. You have no identity. You are my body, and through you I shall enact my will. So I do hope that we can get Hirobi out of there and have a happy ending for him, at least, where he can, find his own path. It would be nice. It would be nice to attempt a redemption for him, but
Speaking of redemption, Fuwa talks to AI.
And it's like, yeah, you should go see your family, And
we get to meet Fuwa's family, who he thought was
so
dead.
sweet. He just watched.
It's amazing.
I love
It's
it so
amazing.
much. His whole family is adorable.
And even they make dumb puns and laugh at him.
They make the jokes.
If it was hiding behind a tree trying not to laugh out loud, it's so good.
So now we know why he's so in love with Aruto, is because he's reminded so much of his dad.
Aruto is not just a lover; he is family.
But Fuwa finds out that Yaiba's in the hospital, runs to go see her, and
actually, before we move on, I have a quick question.
Mhm.
It's implied, but do they confirm that he actually went up to his family and spoke to them, or did he just hide behind the tree and listen to their dumb puns, losing his shit the entire time?
I don't think he introduced himself to his family. I don't think so, because we don't actually see the family again for the rest of the series.
Yeah, because that's the feeling that I have, is that he didn't actually go introduce himself. He just stood out there losing his absolute shit as they made pun after pun.
That's Fuwa for you.
How would that conversation go? And is Fuwa the kind of person that will have that conversation at this point?
Maybe he has it after the end of the series. I don't know, but
yeah,
it would be called. It's like, hi, so I just found out you're my mom and dad, even though I don't remember you. So we have no way to actually connect to each other on a personal level because I don't remember any of the happy memories we have. Also, I see you have another kid. When was he born? I know.
Here's the thing.
It aims to just ignore me and leave me alone. But
does his parents think he's dead? Like,
I don't know anymore.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's like
Anyway.
that whole thing with Ames getting their ass handed to them. Kind of.
I mean, they're pretty happy-go-lucky for somebody who thinks that their oldest son is dead.
I mean, they don't know for sure, so yeah.
I don't want this to overshadow this scene in the hospital though, because fucking Yaiba's feeling guilt.
Oh, this is
Aruto's feeling guilt, and this is how you give the threat of a final boss. Is Yaiba's literally in tears saying, "You can't. No,
it's too fucking powerful. I fucked up. I let this thing come into the world."
But
I like how Fuwa comforts, just the hand on the shoulder, but Naruto's just like, it's not just your fault, Yaiba. I gave Hirobi Kazuchi too, so
yeah,
it's not like all on you.
Yeah, he didn't. He
handed
it over.
If he didn't bring the key there, then none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I have the key there, but that's not his fault. He
could
backed into a corner,
too.
But he still says it is, so he might still think that.
He's probably
but he's also a dumbass. Didn't realize that Thouser was stealing his powers, so he's a dumbass.
Well, these two dumbasses are gonna go fight Arc Zero.
And Fuwa gives eye chain to Yaiba. It's an amazing scene. It's peak. It's so peak. He's like, you need this person now.
Aruto's invention doing great work.
Which
I truly is. And Aruto Naito.
So in my personal opinion, I think this whole Fuwa arc would have been done over 3 episodes.
Maybe.
I think this is where I think some disruption is going on. I think Fuwa would have had an episode with the fortune teller, have an episode with the AI, have an episode where he sees his family. I think they will have split this between. But now they have to rush it But
Honestly, it's not too bad in the pacing. Like, it kind of makes sense. I do wish that, obviously, we could have him actually see his family or hear him decide, no, I'm not going to go and be with them right now. I have other stuff to do or something like that. But otherwise, I didn't think it was too bad.
yeah. But hey, we're on the different bridge for once.
Wowza.
Yes, they have 2 locations.
But it's now time for Aruto and Fuwa in their strongest forms to go against Arc. Oh, that was a quick, easy fight. I think I overshot how strong Kamen Rider final bosses are. Oh wait, that was actually Jin being controlled by Arc.
Womp womp.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
what the hell?
And then
Again.
Arc just goes and fucks up Fuwa, where Fuwa cannot defend himself while the virus is racking him to shit and back.
God damn.
I was so scared that he was going to take over Fua and have Fua as the final boss body.
Hey, I have a question.
Hmm.
What part of the episode do they have the commercial?
They usually do it like 10 minutes in.
No,
and
not the actual
No.
commercial, the Zaya commercial.
They had that.
Near the beginning?
Beep. No, that was
it was before
last
Aruto called up VP and be like, "You can't do this."
Okay, so we completely missed it then. Because I just
Yeah.
wanted to call that commercial out real fast, if only
Go
for
for
one
it.
reason, just one single solitary reason.
the Raid Riser nonsense. Oh my god.
Look at this poor kid.
Final product may not be as shown.
Yeah,
So it's literally a commercial where this mother and her son are walking down a street, or could be on. I don't know. I don't want to assume. But this older woman and this son is walking down the street, and like somebody with a Zaya spec goes completely insane in front of them, and she turns into the Raid Riser and everything. And behind her, you just see this poor little boy behind all of the the fanfare and the labeling and everything, and saying what comes in the bundle. You just see this poor tiny little boy who's so disappointed right now. I could tell from that boy's
Yeah.
face, his mom is a Karen, and someone just handed her power.
Oh,
And also the disclaimer of the final product may not be shown.
Hmm.
presented by
I wanted to touch on that. Also, he's holding leaks.
Oh,
That
speaking
doesn't
of
mean anything. I
leaks,
just wanted to point it out.
speaking of leaks, this is around the time the 0-1 final form started getting some leaks.
Ooh, really?
But we'll move
Nice
on from
segue.
that.
But back on the bridge, bad things are happening.
Yeah,
that's
so
something happening.
Fuwa, Arc shoots out Fuwa, goes back into Hirobi, and Fuwa's now out of commission. And it's now time for Aruto versus Arc. And remember, Arc and Fuwa just handled Arc, pretty well. Why is Aruto not doing damage? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Power creep.
Yeah.
So do we have one more final form after this, or another final form after the final form?
Are we talking about Aruto or are we
Yeah,
talking about
Aruto.
Arc? So, in previous seasons, this episode we just watched would have been the final form episode where we got revealed the final form. Usually, episode 36 is when we see basically Goku go Ultra Instinct, to put it in anime terms.
But we had Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah, but episode 34 and 35 didn't set up like they make a big deal about when it's the final form episodes. They like building it up, which we'll get into the build up in the next batch of episodes. And episode 36 being the final form episode isn't set in stone. Kamen Rider Kiva, the actor, the suit actor hated the Kiva suit, so they actually gave Kiva his final form like before the halfway mark of the series, just because it was more comfortable to be in.
Fair
Yeah, fair enough.
And the very first Kamen Rider Kuga didn't get his final form until the very final fight. So yeah. But we do have a final form coming. But if you also follow the leaks that what should have been, Metal Cluster Hopper would have been the final form, which because they claimed that the final form that we do get was meant to be a different rider. Which makes no sense considering we got Metal Cluster Hopper episode 24 when in the previous 12 seasons we got it at episode 36. But anyway, that's beside the point.
That's another batch of Kamen Rider Zero One in the bag.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll take it. I like this batch. The Hirobi stuff was real neat. It was quite interesting to see his evolution and attempting to grapple with his will to destroy arc versus his actual, what he wants to do. And it does kind of suck that he's been taken over by this big scary thing, but I do hope that he can break free of that. All the other stuff was great. Guy Amatsu continues to be a big hypocrite, but seeing him get owned, always satisfying. Just 3 great Kamen Rider episodes. We're in the end game now, I guess. So let's see what happens.
Now we've got 9 episodes left.
So it's like 2 podcasts?
3, because we're going to be doing these in batches of 3s.
Okay.
Because the final arc is 3 episodes. So
yeah,
final arc.
Anyway, Kris, you want to go next?
Yes, Kuchiri.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
The final form. Is Guy going to get that final form?
No.
No. Guy does get an additional form, but this is way after 01's done.
All right, fine. All right, you're slightly forgiven, but I would have been pissed because obviously we're gonna have that arc where it comes in, and Guy and Naruto grip each other's hands in determination to defeat the thing. And see,
I'm gonna tell you right now, knowing Guy, that is not gonna happen. He's gonna be like, I could totally defeat Arc by myself, and then he's gonna get his ass kicked.
I almost thought you were gonna say determination to fist.
That's Rua.
Since we're not going to cover the April Fool specials that came after 01 ended, I'll let you guys see Thouser's other form once if it shows. Why aren't you showing?
Apparently, it's not. That's weird.
Oh my goodness, they don't want spoilers. What?
Oh,
why
maybe we should talk about what the rest of us thought about the show.
Yeah, you guys talk about that while I'm trying to bring this up.
So, this whole set was honestly very touching. We had a lot of really good moments. We had a lot of character growth with Hirobi, Fua, Yaiba, and Naruto, he's already met a lot of peak growth, but just him being able to be himself and bring a little bit of help to others, it's pretty decent. Izu being adorable, A+. Good job. I liked it. I'm excited to see what's next, but I'm also terrified. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my lord.
Yeah, so after 01 ends, they do a April Fool special where Guy faces a different President Kamen Rider from a previous season. And they end up getting different forms and they fight each other a couple times, and yeah.
It's not gold enough. I don't think this is enough for Guy. This is clearly just not glitzy enough.
Why is he wearing Crocs?
They're 1000% comfy, Cat.
To be fair, that is what I used to wear when I worked at a kitchen, so they kind of are.
There you go.
Cat, what's up?
So, I actually really like these episodes. Obviously, some stuff happens in them that I object to. I fully understand ARC has 3D printing capabilities. I really don't like the fact that they could just 3D print whatever they want, and then they just throw it away afterwards. Okay, cool. Thanks. Other than that, the humor is on point. The pacing probably could be a little bit better, but so far I'm not offended by it. Because like I fully understand, Backstreet Boys reunion tour, it screwed up a lot of things in the world. They had to make some allowances and do something. But also the fact that they didn't get their 6 episodes, like that's really shitty of the actual company to do.
Yeah.
So like I could forgive the pacing in the last the last episode that we watched, if only because of that. And I wasn't taken out of anything. I thought it worked fine. Maybe the next couple of episodes they'll, make me feel differently. But so far I'm enjoying this again. Being able to see Hirobi possibly finally get some growth would be nice. I have a really bad feeling that they're not going to let him do that because they're crunched for time. But I could dream, damn it. Jin still being good boy, Fuwa being the best boy.
The best.
I love this series so far. And it's like, honestly, thank you for convincing us to watch it.
Oh yeah.
But if something happens within the next 9 or so episodes, however much is left, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to shit on your lawn.
So I forgot to mention the reason why they didn't allow Kamen Rider to get their 6 episodes back is because they wanted to establish the following series, Kamen Rider Saber, by the time Christmas came to sell more toys at Christmas.
Boys, yeah.
Boys!
But no, this is still a great set of episodes. We're going to enter in, a similar thing we got during the Thouser era, where Arc is just going to be the constant threat. It's not as annoying. It's not going to be as bad.
You realize these next episodes we're going to have to call them the Art Arc.
The Arc, yeah.
The Seal era. Arc.
But we do get a lot of great episodes. We do get to see Naki finally get some action with a belt.
Oh yeah.
You're going to see
so much more wrong when you say it like that.
You're going to see a lot more guy than you wanted to.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Yes. And we may start finding out what the big plan to finally stop Arc is with the final form.
A big magnet.
Kamen Rider friendship.
Yeah, this
you can find us on Twitter at Kuchiri at.
You heard it, everybody! I called it! He doesn't want to say it, but I called it!
I desperately wish that in the very last episode, they're about to defeat Arc, Aruto steps up and says, I'm going to defeat you with the power of friendship, points at Fuwa and says, and this gun I found.
Kuchiri, where can you find this lovely people?
On Twitter at the Kuchiri, at Frezno Infernos, at Concave Usurper. Same names on Twitch, same names mostly everywhere else, honestly, to be fair. But yeah, next time we get Kamen Rider Naki. We get some friendship. And yeah.
The best ship.
And yeah. We're going to be talking about episodes 37, 38, and 39. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.